Now today in this video I got my global elite back again, and I'm gonna share with you guys how it feels like to be in global elite, but like back to global elite, and how to get global elite. Now let's start with how to get global elite. Okay, global elite obviously is one of the highest ranks of the game. There's a lot of good people in there. It's only like 1% of every play of all the players combined, right? It's a very difficult rank to get to, especially in Asia, where there's a lot of cheaters, a lot of trolls, a lot of boosted bitches. So yeah, I'm pretty like, okay, there's a thing called real global and fake globals. You can call me a fake global. First of all, I do not really have a skill as a global. Like, compared to other globals, I'm a lot shittier, depending on how you see it. But then I can still, do average in global matchmaking games. But yeah, I need friends to carry me. That's basically what a fake global is. So yeah, to get global elite, really all you gotta do is practice, practice, and practice. If you're in Silver or Nova, please do not play Face It or ESCA until you've reached Master Guardian. Reason why I say this is people in Face It usually carries the shit out because there'll be global elites like me playing on it sometimes, and there'll be people like Master Guardian, Supremes, LEMs, DMGs, all those high ranks be playing on Face It. You're gonna learn nothing from that. You're just gonna suffer because you die a lot. And you just don't know how to play at all. I recommend you guys go back to play matchmaking, where people are actually in your skill level, excluding the Smurfs obviously. But yeah, play on matchmaking, guys. It's gonna help you a lot more than playing on Face It, Pugs, whatever. And to be honest with you, I find the rank Supreme and Global, they're pretty similar. Alright, globals and Supremes, they can matchmake together, and still, a Supreme can sometimes do better than a global, cause globals don't really mean anything at all. That only means you're good at the game, you played a lot, you had a lucky winning streak whatsoever. Alright, global elite don't mean shit. But when I say that, I don't mean, oh, I'm a silver elite, does that mean I can beat global elite? No. Global elite, it's still very high ranked, obviously, still very good. What I'm saying is global elite and starting from legendary, eagle, master, those three ranks, those players' skill level are generally the same. They're equally good. Alright, but then global elite, it's obviously a bit better. I'm not saying LEM easy kill on the global elite. Global elite just means that you had a winning streak with your friends, and you had a very lucky game, I guess, because your games do not have trolls and cheaters like the other people do. Okay, starting off this guide, I'm gonna say this. To be a global elite, you need good equipment. When I say good equipment, I mean like 1 millisecond monitor. That's minimum for a monitor. Alright, the other, like, refresh rates don't matter. As long as it's 60 hertz, 1 millisecond, around 2 milliseconds will still be fine. That's, baseline. Keyboard, mechanical keyboard, whatever keyboard should be fine. Alright, as long as your mouse is not some shitty mouse from Microsoft or whatever, lowest DPI is like 10,000 DPI, then just don't get those mouse. Get a mouse that's at least 400 DPI baseline. That'll be good, because that'll be very accurate, and lift off point being a very low, because you want to have quick movements when you move across your mouse pad, so you don't want to lift too much, because if you lift too much, you're wasting time. And also lifting your mouse sometimes can also generate some random movements, and that it's just not good. Alright, get a good mouse basically. Now, configs, right? Everyone has their configs. You want to make sure you bind your smokes, flash, everything correctly, and everything into a specific key. Why? Because the faster you pull out that flash grenade, the faster you can kill the guy. And also, it when you're switching over to your smoke or switching to your flash, it just gives less time for the enemy to jump scare you and things like that. Alright, movement. Now, movement, it's also very important. You need to know how to stutter step. You need to know your perfect crosshair placement kind of thing, placing it in head level, and watch where enemy will possibly come from. All right. Now stutter step, or also known as the stop and shoot, that's very important to know because that helps you peek corner in supreme level or global level, because people will generally shoot you pretty fast. Now if you don't move quick, you're gonna get fucked, right? Peeking corners. Now never ever walk around a corner, all right? Because if you walk around a corner, your opponents will definitely see you first and you will be fucked. You only want to walk around a corner when you know the enemy will not be looking around here, or you're confident that he's not gonna kill you first before you kill him. Alright, now also map awareness. Now you want to make sure you know like most of the parts of the map, and also generally movements in the map. For example, when your whole team's going into A side, you want to be near A side. You don't want to be, oh, I'll solo B, guys. Just don't do that, guys. That's not gonna do shit for you, okay? To win the game, you need to have 5v5, not 4v5, and then you doing the cleanup. Because if you actually didn't do the cleanup nicely, your team will lose, right? Also, crouching. Never use crouching as your panic spray kind of thing. Only use crouching when it's necessary, like you're doing a wide peek, and if you're like fighting the guy one-on-one. Or else don't crouch peek, because crouching will make you very vulnerable, because your movement will be a lot slower, and you'll just be in the open, 1v2, 1v3. One bullet from one player would kill you. So yeah, watch out your movements and your map awareness. Now you want to make sure you know the spray patterns and how to use the guns. For example, you want to know how to use all the pistols. Maybe not the CZ if you're not those type of players, but make sure you know how to use them. For example, the P250, you don't want to spray it too much. Only want to spray close range because it's only accurate like that. 5.7, you can spray it everywhere, things like that, right? And also you want to make sure that you don't take on these pistol round Glock versus USPS fights. Usually you're gonna lose. Alright, I'm gonna tell you now, usually you're gonna lose, because one headshot will kill you, that's for sure. Now recoil control, you definitely want to know how does a recoil works and all those kind of stuff. Grenades, you should always be taking a full set of grenades. When I mean a full set, you should be taking 1 smoke, 2 flashes, 1 grenade, and yeah, that's basically it. And you should always prioritize smoke over flash or grenade, because smoke is what makes you those plays, right? And Molotovs, don't, if you're solo queuing, don't really get it, because Molotovs are usually used in team strats. For example, forcing the guy out somewhere and then your whole team goes in because he's vulnerable. But then if you're not playing as a team, then there's really not much point of you getting one. Also, I've learned that during this adventure here, you should always try and take your teammates advices. Don't be like, oh, shut up, I know how to play. Just listen to your teammate. If you think you can do that, oh, actually I can do that next time, or yeah, let me try that. If you hear info that's actually helpful to you, take it. If you hear shit that's not gonna do shit to you, then just let it go. You don't have to tell teammate, oh, shut up, I know how to play, right? And also, really generally in Counter-Strike, it's either you baiting people or you getting baited, right? So sometimes going in first, getting killed is also being helpful, right? So don't be afraid to be the one that pushes, the one that rushes out sometimes, because without you rushing out, your teammates will never make a move, and I have a lot of experience like that. Alright, now after listening to me bullshitting here for like 10 minutes, what should you do? Yeah, oh, now I've made DMG, but the guy don't really work anymore. Well, time to do some work for yourself. Go on YouTube, look for some nades that you could possibly use, and then play some deathmatch. Just deathmatch a lot and you will get better aim. learn how to communicate with your people, with your team, what you're going to do, what you need for that execution, and also where you are, things like that. For example, oh, I'm in lower B, let's push cat, someone smoke mid for me please. Things like that will help you a lot if you're going solo queue. So how does it feel to get global again? Well, it definitely feels amazing, but then obviously there's still a lot of cheaters and stuff. I'm just very lucky during those 11 winning streaks. I didn't run into any cheaters, trolls, things like that. More like enemies having troll, honestly. So yeah, we're very lucky because we were 5-man kill. But yeah, just play with your friends. Don't call people idiots. You should do fine. But I'm not gonna solo queue still. It's technically impossible to win if you solo queue. But I will try and record 1 or 2 games of me solo queuing or just playing on my Smurf. I know smurfing is dickhead, but then I'm not smurfing in silver, I'm smurfing in PNG. Or I'll be maybe posting some Faceit games or things like that. So yeah, just practice a lot of stuff, and wisdom should guide you. Experience, yeah, just play a lot of matchmaking and you should get good, and eventually you will make it to global as long as you have a good computer. To be honest, you can't play CSGO in 30 frames per second. This isn't Minecraft.